Welcome back, everybody. The chassis painted. I'm using Tamiya, the USAF aircraft gray. Pretty close match to the actual van, because I spent a good deal of time crawling around underneath my van and doing a lot of the really bad Japanese wiring. Not the original wiring, mind you. As I said, these are really popular to customize, and yeah, some people shouldn't be allowed to play with customizing stuff. Anyway, so you see, this is just a curbside model, so there's no fancy engine and all that, just the raised detail of it. And I've used spray cans as two things. One, my compressor is really noisy. Two, my spray booth, which I haven't finished yet, is full of stuff. So, using the old school cardboard box that we've all used at one point in our lives. The only problem with using spray cans is, well, it doesn't quite get into the nooks and crannies very well. So what I'm going to do, I've decanted some aircraft gray in here, and all I have to do, and this works for any model, is just find the spots. Here's a little spot here by the transmission radiator, and just gently add it in. It's just so you don't have like the excessively dark shadows. Now here's another good one here by the other radiator. This van had multiple radiators. They're afraid it'd overheat. But it was a good thing though. Like I said, it was a good van. Did I mention I missed my van? So yeah, so just just add a little bit of paint in there. And just to get rid of the bulk of the dark shadows, because you don't need them. If you really want to leave them, all the more, or if you want to put it in after the fact, you can always do a dark wash. So like I said, so nothing too fancy. A couple things that are going to be colored differently is this skid plate here is going to be black, flat black. This here, the rear cabin air conditioner, air conditioner, and it had full control in the back. Yeah, an override switch in the front though, so that was always fun. Friends would turn on the rear heater in the wintertime, I'd turn it off on them. So this would be black as well. One of the gas tanks. Delica had two gas tanks. Well, not really, well, two different sizes. 175 liter, 150 liter. If this was a manual, this would probably be the gas tank itself, 50 liter. Strange reason, the automatic had the larger gas tank. And the manual was worse on gas, so go figure. Anyway, so like the engine and transmission will be like a cross between a mix of steel and black accordingly. And inside the wheel wells will be flat black, just like a rubberized undercoat. So like I said, because I spent some time underneath the van, I can say that by and large their color callouts are accurate. So I'm just going to do a few more touch-ups, and I'll show you when I start putting some different colors on. I'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. As I said at the end of part 1 of the Delica build, is that next time you saw the body, it'd have some paint on it. And here we go. This is champagne gold from Tamiya, as I said previously. And it's just for the bottom half here. The rest will be a metallic green. I found that it's a very translucent color. Like so much so that I used up an entire can on the body, and I still don't have full coverage. So I'm going to have to go out pick up another can. Meantime, I've got the chassis almost all complete. You can see here. Went together without any major issues. Just a couple little fitment issues, and that was about it. Nothing to get too excited about. Notice the connection here for the wheels is very tight though. Up front. You can hear that. Those are the tires actually rubbing against the body. Which, if you had, depending on what size of tires you put on the Delica, that was actually something that would happen. the wheels would rub against the rear wheel well. I've seen people actually enlarge their wheel wells on their actual vans. Typically, though, that's just when they were deliberately putting on oversized tires or actually putting a suspension lift. I decided on my personal van I didn't do that, or like cut or put a suspension lift, because on its own it actually has pretty good ground clearance. Just an example, just put beside. Surprisingly, what people don't find odd is that this is a RX-7, the first generation RX-7, and that's my car. Well, without the fender flares, but the paint job's the same. The interior color is pretty much the car I had before the Delica. So you look at that, it's like it's a bit of a difference. Here, what I'll do here is I'll move the camera, give you an idea. Yeah, just a little bit of a difference one to the other, huh? Yeah, but you can see the Delica's got some pretty crazy ground clearance. The RX-7, not so much. Both very nice cars. You know, if I had my way, I'd probably take the engine from this and put it into this. Because these things here, nice cars and all that, but the fuel economy, a little on the shocking side. As in, shockingly bad. But that's not what we're here to talk about.